points. In simple cubic, the distance between lattice points are same. That means A is equal to B is equal to C. And in the same manner, the interfacial angles, the angle between AB, BC and CA are 90 degree. That means the angle between A, alpha and beta is also 90. That means angle between A and B is alpha. In the same manner, B and C is beta. In the same manner, C and A is gamma. That means the angle between three of them is 90. That means simple cubic. In the same manner, if I define tetragonal, you can see that A is equal to B, but it is not equal to C. But the angle between the interfacial are same. That means 90 degree. That means alpha, beta and gamma are same, but the angle between A is equal to B and equal to C. But the edges, that is A is equal to B, but it is not equal to C in tetragonal. In the same manner, if I talk about orthorhombic, then alpha is equal to beta is equal to gamma. That means the interfacial angles are of 90 degrees. But in this, A is not equal to B. That means the distance between two lattice points are not same. That means we can write that A is not equal to B, not equal to C. Let us talk about the fourth one, that is rhombohedral. In rhombohedral, A is not equal to B, A is equal to B is equal to C, and alpha is equal to beta, but it is not alpha is equal to beta is equal to gamma. In the same manner, if I talk about monoclinic, this is also the same, that A, that means the distance between two lattice points, it is alpha is not equal to alpha is equal to gamma, which is the angle between it is 90 degree. But if we talk about the angle beta is not equal to 90. That means you can see that in comparison to cubic, monoclinic is having low range order. That means the atoms are not arranged on the lattice points. The geometric pattern is not good enough in comparison to simple cubic. That means the distance between two interfacial lattice are not same. That is, A is not equal to B is not equal to C. That means alpha is equal to gamma, that is 90 degree, but in comparison to that, beta is not equal to 90 degree. That means you can see the crystal structure, fifth one, in comparison to simple cubic. Now let us talk about triclinic. The distance between two lattice points, that is A, B and C, are not same in triclinic, and in the same manner alpha, beta and gamma are not equal to 90 degree. That means the geometric structure or the distance between two lattices are not same, and in the same manner interfacial angles are also not same, that is not equal to 90 degree. Alpha is not equal to beta, which is not equal to gamma. That means alpha, beta and gamma is not equal to 90 degrees. In comparison to that, hexagonal. In that hexagonal, A is equal to B, which is not equal to C. With respect to that, the angle between A and B and C, that is alpha and beta, is equal to 90 degree. But comparison to that, gamma, which is greater than 90 degree, that is 120. You can see that if we are talking about hexagonal, the distance between two are same, but in comparison to that two lattice, that is the distance between two, the third one is not same, that is not equal to simple cubic. That means alpha is equal to beta, which gives the angle 90 degree, but gamma, that is the third interfacial angle, is not 90 but greater than 90, that is 120. Now let us talk about Bravais lattice. Bravais lattice defines the same crystal arrangement, but Bravais defined that these atoms on the lattice point can arrange maximum in only this 14 patterns. That means there are only 14 possible ways of arranging points in space lattice such that lattice points have exactly the same surrounding. Bravais defined maximum 14 possible ways of arranging points such that lattice points have exactly the same surroundings. In comparison to that, not more than 14. Bravais just defined this 14 patterns. Let us see that Bravais lattice. These are the Bravais lattice. You can see that near about 14. The first 3, you can see the 4 rows inside it. The first 3 row, in the first row, in the first column, you can see 3 structures. The first one represents the simple cubic. The second one represents the face centered. You can see that there are 4 lattice points, and between that face there is one more. That means in a simple cube there are 6 faces, and each and every face is having a lattice point, or if we are talking about an atom, then each and every are having lattice point at the center of that face. And if we are talking about in cube, if we are talking about body centered, then you can see the last diagram in the first column, that in that cube one atom is present at the center of that crystal. Okay, that means in center only one is present, which can be represented as body centered cubic. The first one is said simple cubic, or you can also represent it as primitive cell. The second one is face centered, and the third one is body centered. In comparison to that, let us talk about the tetragonal. The tetragonal has 2 types. One is that is you can represent it as tetragonal system, cubic system. The tetragonal cubic system, the one is simple cubic and the other one is body centered cubic. And in comparison to that, rhombohedral. With respect to that, hexagonal. Let us talk about the orthorhombic. That is the third column in this diagram. In this third column, the first one represents the simple cubic, the second one represents the body base centered. You can see that in the base there is one atom in the center, and in the upper region, in the upper layer, in the upper surface, there is one molecule or atom at the center. That means it is called base centered, the second one is face centered, and the last one is body centered, as we have talked about that. In the same manner, monoclinic, there are 2 structures, and last one is triclinic, which is totally different. Let us talk about the space lattice of cubic system. 3 types of space lattice of cubic system are there. As we know, the first one is simple cubic, the second one is body centered cubic, and the third one is face centered cubic. Okay. With respect to that, we can define Miller indices. Let us talk about Miller indices. Miller. In crystal, there exist directions and planes which contains a large concentration of atoms. In a crystal, as we defined many type of crystals systems, that is cubic, simple cubic, body centered cubic, face centered cubic. In that particular crystal, there exists number of atoms, that is the concentration of atoms in a particular crystal. There could be a single crystal also, and that could be a polycrystal. That means more than one crystal, more than one unit cells forms a crystal, and that means more number of atoms in one crystal, and if more number of crystals, then that means there is a large concentration of atoms inside it. Miller introduced a set of 3 numbers to designate a plane in crystal. Miller introduced a set of 3 numbers to designate a plane in crystal. Okay, let us talk about that. To find out Miller indices, there is the first step. Okay, let me draw the diagram for that. I am just thinking about the 3 axes. The first one is x, you can represent it as y, and you can represent it as z. This is the origin of that axis. Now let me think about Miller indices, and for that let me define these points. That means this is 1, that is the distance from the origin. Let me define it as 2, that is the distance from the origin, and in the same manner 3. This Miller indices represents the intercept. Let me name it as intercept. The intercepts are A, B and C. In comparison to that, it is the multiple with the numbers 1A, 2B and 3C. That means 1A, 2B and 3C. These numbers which will be equal to P, that means P is equal to 1, 2, from 0, 1, 2 and 3. That means we can write it PA, then if I say QB, and if I say RC, then 1 is equal to P, 1 is equal to P in comparison to that Q and in comparison to that R. Okay. In the procedure to find Miller indices, let us take the step 1. Let A, B and C are the axial length, and P, Q and R their multiples. Let P is equal to 1, Q is equal to 2 and R is equal to 3. In this diagram, we can define the distance, that is O, which is the origin, A, the plane inside this system, that is A, OA, OB and OC. Okay, so from that OA is to OB is to OC is equal to PA is to QB is to RC, which is equal to 1A is to 2B is to 3C. That means P is equal to 1, Q is equal to 2 and R is equal to 3. Therefore, intercepts are 1A, 2B and 3C. Let us take the third step. Find the reciprocal of the numbers intercept values. We know that the intercept values are P, Q and R, and the reciprocal of that intercept P, Q and R is 1 upon P, 1 upon Q and 1 upon R. Okay, so suppose if the multiple P is equal to 1, in comparison to that Q is equal to 2, and in comparison to that if R is equal to 3, and if we are taking the reciprocal of that 1 upon 1, that means if reciprocal of Q, that is 1 upon 2, and if reciprocal of R, that is 1 upon 3. This is the second step. We have taken the reciprocal of that indices. In the same manner, let us take the step 3. Convert this reciprocal into whole numbers by multiplying it with each with their LCM. Suppose the LCM of 1, 2 and 3, that means 1 upon 1, 1 upon 2 and 1 upon 3. If the LCM of it is 6, we have to multiply this reciprocals with this LCM. In our example, the LCM of this 1, 2 and 3 are 6, that means we have to multiply it with it. 6 multiplied by 1 upon 1, that is 6. 6 multiplied by 1 upon 2, that is 3, and 6 multiplied by 1 upon 3, that is 2. So we are getting a particular number 6, 3 and 2. Actually the 6, 3 and 2 are obtained by multiplying the LCM with the reciprocals. Clear? And that means the 6, 3 and 2, enclose this number in a bracket. You can see in a bracket that 6, 3 and 1 are the set of numbers which can be represented as H, K and L. This H, K and L represents the Miller indices of the plane. That means, as I drawn in a axis X, Y and Z, we are defining a plane, and this indices represents the values of Miller indices 6, 3 and 2, which we are obtaining by taking the LCM of this intercepts. So these are the 4 steps, and it can be denoted by H is to K is to L. H, K and L are the Miller indices, which is equal to the reciprocal of the intercepts, that is 1 upon P, 1 upon Q and 1 upon R. Okay. You can see the next equation, that is the relation between interplanar distance and cube edge. Relation between the interplanar distance and cube edge. DHKL. DHKL is the distance. DHKL is the distance between two planes in a crystal. I repeat, D represents the distance and HKL represents the Miller indices. That means with the help of that Miller indices, we will define the relation between